Hello, and welcome back to Max's Creative Creature Channel. Today, we will be talking about tardigrades. Tardigrades are one of the most resilient, strongest animals on Earth. Here is a clear picture of them. You know what else they're called? Water bears and moss piglets. Anyways, let's get back to our topic. Wait a second, it's a little bit cold outside. This is much better. So, let me tell you some more interesting facts about tardigrades. They can survive 6 times the pressure of the Mariana Trench. That's 100,000 pounds. Imagine if that was on a human. They would die, but tardigrades wouldn't. That's mind-blowing. Excuse me, my bad. I meant to say they could survive 100 quadrillion pounds on top of them. They were also the first animal known to fully live their life cycle and survive in space. You know what one of the most coolest durability facts is? Let me tell you. They are fully resistant to radiation and can live in extreme temperatures ranging from negative 320 degrees Fahrenheit to positive 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Whoa! Imagine how resistant these animals are. Even though they are so powerful and resistant, they are super tiny. That is a tardigrade on someone's finger. That's how tiny they are. They could be way smaller than that, and sometimes you need a microscope to see them. Now, let me give you a few examples of where they live. They live here on the grass. They also live here on these leaves. They live here on these pine tree needles, and here on these mosses. They even live here on these tiny berries. Even live in weird places like stagnant water.
Ew, gross.
Their last example, where they live, is this plant. There's so many more examples of where they live. They live all around the world, everywhere in different temperatures and places. Oh, this is much warmer. Now we will talk about the life cycle. Here's a picture to start us off with. Their life cycle is kind of complicated. First, they start off from a zygote, a little egg. Then, they become a more mature egg called a goostria. Then, they start forming body parts and body segments until they're a juvenile or a kid. And finally, they become an adult. It takes 14 to 90 days for the kid to become an adult and about 6 to 12 molts. You're still probably wondering, what in the world do they eat? Well, I'm going to talk about it. They eat plankton and bacteria, and sometimes even other tardigrades. And lastly, a scientist's favorite fact is this. The fact is that tardigrades live in their own phylum. They live in their own phylum called Tardigrada. They don't live in anyone's other phylum, and they have their own special one to themselves. That's it from Max, your tardigrade expert. See you next time on Max's Creative Creature Channel. And this commercial is sponsored by Rock Solid Masonry. If you want quality stonework done at your house, call 413-977-9374.